guys, welcome back to another week of Most Influential Women. Yeah! Alright, so gather all of your pieces of yourself. So let's learn something today. Thank you so much for joining us for this week. I hope that everybody is having a great day and that everybody has a great week. So let's kick it off with a great start and let's learn something new today. Alright, cool. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me to join the ranks of Most Influential Women. Her name is Kim Jeom-dong, later known as Esther Park. Today, it is natural to see a doctor when we are sick, like when we catch a cold. Until 100 years ago, however, when Western medicine was first introduced to Korea, Western doctors were considered scary people who wielded injection needles and knives. For women, the situation was even worse. Women patients could hardly let male doctors feel their pulse for diagnosis, and they would never show the ailing parts of their body due to a strict separation of the sexes fixed in Confucian orthodoxy. Now, when women fell sick, they would simply perform shamanic exorcism several times, only to end up dying. So this is definitely not the way to go. Absolutely so glad that things have progressed to the point that we are today. Now, in those days, there was a medical doctor who was devoted to women patients. Her name was Kim Jeom-dong, the first female practitioner of Western medicine in Korea. Born in 1879 in Jeom-dong, Seoul, Kim entered Iwa School, the first modern educational institution for Korean women, in November of 1886. Now, she was the youngest of 4 daughters in a poor family, similar to, the rest of us. But she became the 4th student at the school, thanks to her father, who had been exposed to Western ideas earlier while working for an American missionary. Now, in school, she quickly mastered various subjects, including Korean language, arithmetic, Bible and Chinese classics, but she was particularly good at English. And her outstanding language skills actually led to an encounter with Rosetta Sherwood, an American doctor who came to Korea for medical service missions. Now, the principal at the time of Iwa School, Mary Fletcher Benton Scranton, she introduced Kim to as an interpreter, so that way Hall could better communicate with the Korean people while engaging in medical activities. That was how Kim was first exposed to Western medicine. Now, at first, she wasn't really interested in medical work very much, and only carried out her duties faithfully as an interpreter. However, her life completely changed after she witnessed Hall performing an operation on a patient with a hair lip successfully, leaving no scars at all. That'd be pretty magical. Now, at the time, hair lip was known as an incurable disease, but the surgery changed the life of a girl who would otherwise live uncomfortably for her entire lifetime. Now, deeply impressed, Kim made up her mind to learn medicine and help people suffering from diseases. And Hall welcomed Kim's decision. She helped her study medicine and also introduced a man to her, who later became her husband, Park Yu-sun, a Korean man who helped Hall's husband with his missionary work and medical activities. Now, the missionary couple arranged a marriage between Kim and Park, and then they held Korea's first Western-style wedding ceremony in a church in 1893. She's just breaking barriers left and right. Now, from then on, Kim began to call herself Esther Park, after her Christian name and her husband's surname. The following year, Esther and her husband left for the US to study following Hall. Now, her husband, who recognized her talent and had hoped that she would become a doctor, supported her while working on a farm in New York. Unfortunately, however, he did not survive to see his wife become a doctor because he died of tuberculosis in the United States 6 months before Esther graduated from college. Now, Esther did earn her MD in June of 1900, becoming the very first Korean woman to receive a degree in Western medicine. Talk about awesome. Now, remembering her husband's last wish that she should become a doctor, she returned to Korea and began to work at Bogu Gwacheon, Korea's first hospital for women located near Dongdaemun. For the first 10 months, she took care of some 3,000 patients. Now, female doctor Esther Park was the only hope for women patients who couldn't get proper treatment, as they weren't allowed to show their bodies to male doctors. So she went everywhere in the country, as long as there were women patients waiting for her. Which, we were everywhere. She moved to Pyongyang in 1901 when Rosetta Sherwood Hall came back to Korea and established a hospital there. Esther traveled provinces to offer free medical services to women who couldn't benefit from medical care. Now, in recognition for her service, King Gwacheon presented a silver medal to her. While she was enthusiastic about the medical volunteer work, one thing was missing in her life. She was so busy looking after patients that she forgot to take care of herself. She ended up passing from tuberculosis just like her husband in 1910 at the age of 33 years old. 33 years old. Oh my gosh. Esther Park was like a ray of sunshine in those days when there wasn't any female medical staff whatsoever. Now, at the time, it was hard for women even to attend school. But Esther came to the United States to study, and after returning home, she devoted her life to medical services and social work. Her spirit and achievements were re-evaluated by later generations, and she was inscribed at the Korea Science and Technology Hall of Fame in 2006. That's an amazing life in such a very short period of time. I am absolutely inspired and floored by her dedication and her loyalty to her dream, to her husband, to their dream. She went really far in such a short time, and I hope that we all try to go a little bit further today, or this week anyway. Push yourself in progress. Do something this week that you have been putting off. If it's a chore, if it's a work thing, if it's whatever, it doesn't even matter. But if you've been putting something off, go ahead and do that. Get inspired to go ahead and start crossing some stuff off of your goals. You got this. We'll do it together. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. I will talk to you later. Stay safe. Have fun. All that jazz. Keep all your pieces together. And if not, then, we'll start counting next week. All right. See you later. Bye.